Hey guys. So, when it comes to the world of makeup on YouTube, we're always focusing on whatever is new. Things move so fast. If you snooze, you lose. There's been so many times where I wanted something or I wasn't really sure, and then if you hesitate, boom, it's gone. Sometimes it's limited edition, and that's it, you miss out. Sometimes they'll do a restock, but then you don't know when that's going to be, and if you don't scrutinize all the social media, you won't even know when that's going to happen. And then again, things will sell out again. And I don't like to have that kind of pressure. I want to have time to be able to think about whether I want something or not, because sometimes I'm just not sure. And a lot of this money, a lot of this makeup is so expensive that you don't want to spend a bunch of money on something and then not be satisfied with your purchase, because sometimes things aren't returnable, especially now in the world that we live in now. Um, so today I'm going to talk about things that I haven't bought that I still want, or maybe I do. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. The first thing I have on my list here is the Taupe Beauty palette. When that first came out, there was so much scandal and everything going on with Tati, and I was really turned off by the video that she did about James Charles. And even though I'm not James Charles' biggest fan, although I did buy his eyeshadow that palette that he did with Morphe, but I just felt like if he was her friend, that was a horrible thing for her to do. Now, as it turns out, there was a lot of immediate backlash, but then it ended up making him more popular in the long run. It's like, who was it? Who was it that said there's no such thing as bad publicity? Was it Lady Gaga or was it Madonna? I don't know. But anyways, it didn't end up hurting him long run. But I don't like that part of YouTube. The breaking up of friendships, the backstabbing, the bad mouthing, the cancel culture. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And it seems like these people, they're such good friends with somebody one minute and then they're not anymore. And then they're doing everything they can to destroy them. It's awful. I feel like, it's a small community and we should all support each other and try to help each other out if we can. I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with every single person that is in the beauty community, but don't do anything that's going to have a negative connotation. Well, sometimes you can be friends with somebody and it's not going to work out for different reasons. This has happened to me. You guys might remember people that I used to be friends with and now I'm not anymore. And I never publicly addressed what happened or why, but the reason why I didn't is for the very reason that I said. I don't like to talk badly about somebody or bring more negativity into the world. If I stop being friends with somebody, usually there's a darn good reason. So we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, boy, talk about getting off topic. So that's why I never bought Tati's palette, because I used to love Tati's channel. I used to watch all her videos, and that whole thing with James Charles just rubbed me the wrong way. So then when the palette came out, it was all neutrals. I mean, the name of the palette is Textured Neutrals. And at that time, I wasn't really into neutrals. I go back and forth when it comes to neutrals. I'll go through phases where I enjoy using them a lot. I mean, the look that I did today is pretty neutral. But then I'll go through a phase where I want all bright colors or neon colors or dark colors or whatever. I like to try to mix it up. And then when I go too far into one type of makeup, I'll usually start doing something completely different just because I'm sick of whatever I was doing before. So aside from the drama aspect of Tati herself, and the fact that the palette was all neutrals, the other thing about it that made me very apprehensive was the whole top row are chunky glitters that are not eye safe. That really turns me off too. But now that some time has gone by, I look at that palette and I say, wow, it really is a pretty palette. And um, I have a lot of neutral eyeshadows in my collection, but I don't know, that palette still calls to me every now and then. So here's where you come in. Let me know if you have the palette now that some time has gone by. Do you still reach for it? Do you still enjoy it? Do you feel it was worth the money? I would love your opinion, okay, on that one. Because the rest of the things on my list, I want them and I don't feel torn about it. The only thing stopping me from getting them is money doesn't grow on trees, and I only have a limited amount of money to play with for my makeup purchases. Um, Obviously, if I have 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm not making very much there to use for that purpose. So, yeah. Okay, so the next thing on my list is Melt Cosmetics. The only thing I have by Melt is the Amor Eterno collection, the eyeshadow palettes. I love them. I reach for them a lot. I love the pigmentation of the eyeshadows. I love the color stories. I'm really happy with those two palettes. I talked about them recently in my If I Could Only Keep 5 eyeshadow palette video, and 2 out of the 5 palettes were my Melt ones. So I would love to get some more Melt eyeshadow palettes. Also, I would love to try their gel eyeliners and their liquid lipsticks. And again, here's where you come in. Have you ever tried the gel eyeliners or the liquid lipsticks? What did you think? Worth the money? Would you buy them again? Leave a comment down below. Okay, next, Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I have the Blood Sugar palette, the Blood Lust palette, and the Mini Controversy palette. And I picked one of those palettes in my If I Could Only Keep 5 eyeshadow palettes video, the Mini Controversy palette. I love the formula of his eyeshadows. I really, really enjoy working with them to do looks. I never struggle or have any problems. The only reason why I didn't pick the Blood Sugar palette is because it's predominantly reds and browns, and those are colors that I don't feel look very good on me. They're so much fun to play with, but they just don't look that good on me. And then the purple palette, the Bloodlust palette, is mostly purples and pinks, and I do enjoy those colors, but I get tired of them easily. It's not something that I reach for all the time. It's just something I want to do once in a while. I think they're really pretty when I do use them, but I just get tired of those colors quickly. And so I guess the reason why I'm telling you all this is I would love to get all his palettes. But again, money. If you have any Jeffree Star palettes, which one is your favorite and why? Let me know. I want lots of feedback, you guys. You're out there, you're watching. I'm not just saying this because I want you to leave a comment. I really want to know what you think. Okay, liquid lipsticks by Jeffree Star. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Love them. The formula is unbelievable. I have Androgyny on right now. The only reason why I don't wear them more often than I do is because I don't want to go through them because, you know, they're kind of expensive, so I don't want to use them up, but I reach for them a lot. And they are maybe my favorite liquid lipstick formula that's out there. The lip liners, um, I have 3 or 4 of them. Great, great lip liners. I have the Androgyny one on today. I like to line my lips. It just makes it easier to put the liquid lipstick on if I do that. So I'd love to get more of those. I've never tried his setting powder. I've heard it smells like cotton candy. I think I would probably really enjoy that. His concealer, never tried that. Curious about that. Never tried any of his highlighters. He has like a billion different highlighter formulas. Love to try those. And lip gloss. He has lip glosses now, so I'd love to try one of those. So all these things, of course, are pricey. So I can only, when I place a Jeffree Star order, I can only get usually a couple of things because it adds up quickly. But of all his products, what are your favorites? Which ones would you not want to be without? Please let me know. And lastly, Kaleidos. I love my Kaleidos eyeshadow palette that I have. I love my highlighter. I put that highlighter in my If I Could Only Keep 5 Highlighters video that I did recently. I have one of their liquid lipsticks. I like that a lot. So I would love to get some more things from this brand. The only thing that has been stopping me all this time is it takes over a month to get your package. However, I just read on their social media yesterday that they've changed carriers. And now instead of it taking 5 or 6 weeks or 6 or 7 weeks to get your package from, because it's coming from China and I'm in the United States, instead of taking 6 or 7 weeks to get the package, they switched carriers and now they're saying it takes about 4 weeks, which is still a really long time. But China is halfway around the world, so I kind of understand that. But I love their formulas. Their formulas are wonderful. Their colors are beautiful. Their products are so nice to work with. I mean, they're almost like foolproof. The formulas are so good that I feel like you can't mess it up. So they would be even good for beginners. The price point is reasonable. I feel like Kaleidos is right in the middle. It's not cheap. It's not like drugstore, but it's not luxurious either like Chanel or Charlotte Tilbury. And it's not quite as expensive as what we would normally consider a mid-range brand like MAC or, you know, anything that is mid-range. It's just maybe a hair under that. So the prices are reasonable in my opinion. But if you have any Kaleidos products, tell me what your favorite ones are. I would like to know. So that is it for today, you guys. These are all things that are not new that I would love to get that are in these brands. Yeah, would love to try all this stuff. If money grew on trees, I would have everything by Melt, Jeffree Star, and Kaleidos, and I would have probably the Taupe eyeshadow palette. Although that one I'm really, really on the fence about. Not more so than the other 3 brands. The other 3 brands, I would love to just try everything that they make. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye.